Okay.
Are we doing this?
Yeah, we are.
Oh my gosh. Hi, everybody. Welcome. This is our first podcast.
I know. It's
In
amazing.
Stitches.
In Stitches.
With Connie.
And Wendy.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe we're doing this. We've been talking about this for a while, and here we are. And we are just avid lovers of all things yarn and all things knitting. And why not talk about it even more than we already do?
Right. And bore you all with all of our ideas.
Oh my gosh. So how do we know each other, Connie? Should we tell people how
we met at the Knitting Lofts just in a split second, really. It was near opening day, which the Knitting Loft is in Toronto, and it's kind of our LYS.
Yeah.
Both a fair distance drive for both of us, but we feel really at home there.
Mm-hmm.
And I spied Wendy in the group. And as she was leaving, I said, "What's your name?"
That's funny because I was doing the same thing.
You just recognize this energy, and I was like, "I would that." It's like you you have a room full of toys, and I'll take that one.
Yeah. And I'm like, I don't know you, but I want to be.
I know exactly.
I told you that afterwards. So
that's kind of how we came to be.
That's about a year ago now.
It
That's
is
about a year ago.
Yeah.
It's coming up to the first anniversary of the Knitting Loft opening. That's our mecca in Toronto in terms of all things knitting, yarn, and maker goodness. And actually, we're super fortunate in Toronto to have all of the yarn shops that we do.
We do.
There's almost one in every community, so it's almost an embarrassment of riches for us in Toronto with makers and yarn and designers and dyers. So, but we just gravitated to
the Knitting Loft. It's an environment that really is unbelievably welcoming.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, yesterday was the knit day, and we were there, and I noticed people walking in the room, and they are walking in the store, and we all are sitting right at the doorway, and all of us look up and go, "Oh, hey, hi!" And they all stop, like, what have we done?
Yeah.
So it's extremely welcoming, and Maria and Bruna are just amazing, and we have a little treat from them that we'll share later on.
Mm-hmm. Super awesome folks there.
They're great.
So that's how we know each other. And about knitting, what's our knit stories? What's your story?
Would you want to go first?
Okay, I'll go first. My knit story, it's probably like a lot of people's knit stories. I was taught very young by my grandmother, I think somewhere around 10, 11, 12. Knit off and on my whole life, but always by myself. There's no other knitters in my family, except for a sister that lives in the States. So we don't sit together and knit, although occasionally we share finished objects. But so it wasn't until, I guess, the social media boom in the last 5 years or so, and I discovered Ravelry, another mecca for all things goodness in yarn, and that just blew my mind. Actually, I started Instagram and Ravelry account and connected with other people in the community and shared patterns. And I used to think when I was younger, am I the only weirdo that just loves casting things on? I just couldn't wait to get home, and I'm like, am I the only one that feels like this?
But you're not.
No, I'm part of a whole world of people that feel like me. So so that's kind of my knit story, and it's a huge part of my life. It's a big, big part of my life, especially the friends, especially the people.
Yeah, for sure, the people.
Yeah.
It's kind of my home. It's where I go when things are good, things are bad. It's where you can go and get lots of support and comfort and fun. I also was taught by my grandmother to knit when I was little, probably, I don't know, 5 or 6. Didn't really take on to it when I have how many kids do I have? 3. 3 kids. When the older 2 were young, I knit for them a lot, and didn't know anything about anything. So I was knitting with a lot of, probably what everybody was knitting with back then was lots of acrylic and stuff like that. And then fast forward to 16 years ago, I guess my mother passed away, and in the hospital, in the waiting room, I noticed all these, like, not a lot, but 3 or 4 people knitting, and I was like, oh, I used to knit. I should do that. And then after she passed away, I could think of nothing to console myself except for the knitting. And I tell people I kind of knit myself back together because it was a big shock. And I've been knitting ever since. And I actually had for 5 or 6 years, I had a yarn store, Pick Up Sticks. Some of you may know of it. And I have always, once this whole hand-dyed yarn thing started, that was where my focus was.
Yes, yeah.
And now it's just, I mean, what I didn't have when I had my store was the social media. All we had was a blog. There was no Instagram or anything. So now it's just so much easier and so much easier to connect with other knitters and people that, you know, that you meet and that you care about.
Yes.
And so
so
that's
inspiring.
And now I'm a fiend. I'm a knitting fiend.
I'm a bit of a maniac. I mean, I'm passionate, love it all, love yarn, love the community, love maker world. I mean, if I could just make it my job every day, this is what I would be doing. But so that's sort of why, I guess, you know, because we're so passionate about the community and about yarn and about making, we just wanted to get together and talk more about it and share the adventure with all of you.
And everybody in the community has something worthwhile to say, I think. And we have podcasts that we really love, and you know, there's podcasts that we watch regularly, and you know, just seeing how much fun they're having, it's just another aspect to this great adventure. Craft that we are going to go broke over.
If not already.
Yeah.
So I guess in terms of how we're going to do this, or we'll just see as we go.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to share some of our finished objects, what's on our needles, some acquisitions, some of our knitting adventures over this past summer, and what
some of our favorite knitting mugs.
Yay! Well, you know,
sorry,
that's kind of
we don't. Well, I swear more than Wendy, but I'll try to control myself.
And where did we get these?
At the knitting loft.
Okay, so that's what we're gonna. We hope you're entertained. We will share how to find us at the end, and we're just gonna hopefully have some fun with you guys.
Beyond the actual filming, I don't think we know much about what we're gonna do.
No.
Like, I think you upload it to iMovie, and then
who knows? We're kind of figuring this out as we go. I want to first off start out by saying hello to all of our Knitting Loft crew.
Hi guys.
Our Knitting Loft squad, who have been so supportive and have been sort of, you go girls, kind of since we started talking about it weeks and weeks ago. So, hi everybody.
Hi.
And,
Maria, Bruna.
For sure. Do you want to start first with your finished objects, or
finished objects? Sure.
Yeah.
First, I'll just preface it by saying that I was not a big sweater knitter back when the kids were little, because I never could find anything to fit me. But with all the resources that there are now, I just really took it in my head that I'm going to knit myself a sweater that will fit me and I will like it. And I just followed all the instructions, all the blocking, the swatching, all the things that you're really supposed to do for ultimate good results. And so my first sweater in the sweater adventure was Sapila by Caitlin Hunter. And I knit this in Lysiane sock yarn. So I'll show the neck. You'll notice that I'll have a recurrent theme.
Look how pretty that is. Yeah, see if you can tell the theme as we go.
Guess the theme.
For it is
Connie.
gorgeous. I love it.
And I just really love it, and it fits me, and it was everything that I wanted it to be. And so I've learned, even I did also Ingles, which I really loved, but I'm not showing today, but it was not fitting me properly, and I took it apart. I thought it would be really easy, but I forgot about the short rows, so it was a bit of a nightmare to add length to it after it was finished. But I did it, followed it through, and now I have a great sweater.
I'm so glad you did, because you debated over that for a long time.
I know, and I wasn't wearing it.
If you're not going to wear it,
no, exactly.
So do it.
So yeah,
I'm so glad you did, because it does look gorgeous on you as well.
Yeah. So this is my first sweater, and then Beautiful. This is the last project I finished. Was I knit with Sweet George's flaxen silk, fine, and Bruna brought in some DK. And I always wanted to knit a boxy. So I knit Understated by Hoagie Locatelli in, here's another clue to the theme.
You get the theme? Oh my gosh, the feel of this.
So yeah, and it just fits me exactly the way
What is this yarn?
I want. It's silk and
it's
flax and silk DK.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And what's so great about this, it's like anything that it has,
drape on
this
is
so
stunning.
Awesome, and I get lots and lots of compliments when I wear it. Yeah.
Yay.
So I really love this one.
That's stunning.
So yeah.
And that's really nice. V-necks, I haven't mastered the V-neck.
Well, I did a really good job on this one.
You did a very good job. That's why I
good
called
written
it out.
instructions. But you know, women of a certain age, V-necks are much more attractive.
A little
right?
more flattering.
Apparently they are. I don't know.
Well,
haven't reached that age yet.
I just wrap myself up in a big scarf, so I don't know about
well,
that.
Speaking of V-necks,
Oh yeah, guess where we were just a few weeks ago.
Yay!
And we didn't even coordinate this.
No. This is part of how we realized
the
that we
color
have
theme going on there.
Theme.
Yes.
And
But
then
we did opposites.
I picked pink, of course, pink with silver, and Wendy picked a gray with the pink.
So
or like
another reason why the universe is kind of pulling
us together. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
So anyway,
those are fantastic. Is it?
so yeah, those are my two.
Those are great.
I have more, but we don't want to.
We don't want to be here for 24 hours.
Well, maybe we do want to be here.
Actually, we could be.
I could easily do it, but
yeah.
you may not hang in with us.
Yeah.
So.
I've brought a couple of finished objects as well. I'm gonna start with. I just finished not too long ago Piece of Silver by Vera Valimaki and the gorgeous colored blurple from La Bien-Aimée.
That's amazing.
I did not go to the pop-up shop
like it is that vibrant
with this color in mind, but when I saw it, I just had a meltdown. I had to have it. This again from the Knitting Loft. They had a feature of La Bien-Aimée. When was that? Was that in July?
I forget. July maybe.
Yeah. So they had a
exciting.
feature pop-up. I'm not sure if that's what you call it, but they featured a La Bien-Aimée special event, and I saw this and I was like, I have to have this, and I'm so glad. Now I love this pattern. It was miles and miles. It felt like miles and miles and miles of stockinette. It's because it's a what do they call it? A merino single. It was so worth it. I just hung in there and I just kept knit, and it was so worth it. And I'm so happy with it.
Often the hardest projects to get through
are the ones where then I crave texture. Then after I get through something like this, I crave texture. But this, I can't wait to wear it. I think it's going to be so pretty with black or gray
anything.
I think
you tried it on. Did you try it on one day at the loft for Angie's party?
I think I did. Yeah, I did.
I
did.
it
wasn't quite finished, but yeah.
You.
So I think it was like one arm short, but But I'm so happy with it.
Gorgeous.
I absolutely love it. Thank you. And then the next finished object that I just finished, I love this so much. I love it so much.
I kind of love it so much,
This
too.
is the Carbeth by Kate Davies. And look, okay, so what I did with this I held it together with my new favorite mohair silk, and that is Murky Depths. But let me start from the beginning. So I had the absolute joy to go to the Edinburgh Yarn Fest earlier this year. It was a trip of a lifetime. I'd never been to Scotland, and it was awesome. I just had such a great time. I met some amazing people, made friends with some amazing dyers, and learned a lot about sheep and wool, as a matter of fact. I came back with something called Wensleydale Long Wool in this color, hot pink. Look at that. Oh my God. There is like a sheen to it, and it just
is gorgeous.
I came back with a sweater's worth of this, and I used this in the Carbeth, and what I did was I held it double, and then I wasn't loving the drape. It was too open because this is the bulky Carbeth and this is a DK weight. So I held it together. It still wasn't doing it. So I went to the Knitting Loft and I discovered this new to me dyer called Murky Depths. And she was actually just recently featured on a Christy Glass episode.
Yeah, that's right.
And so I spied this lovely. This is what I've got left. So this has sort of pops
of the hot pink
in it. And while it like together, and while it toned down the pink a little bit, I still love the effect of like there's a mottled little gray with pops of the hot pink throughout the hot pink. And it just has a beautiful fabric and drape to it.
Too.
So I am really excited to wear this this fall when we go away to Rhinebeck, which we're going to talk about soon. So
never been. Oh, you've been. I have never.
I've been once. Went on a bus trip last year. It was fantastic. What a way to travel, actually, in a bus with your pillow and your blankie and your knitting. But it was so much fun, and I can't wait for all of us to go. Speaking of Rhinebeck, yes. My last finished object that I want to share is the Hipster by Joji Locatelli, and this is in Bing Cherry. And I'm pretty sure everybody's seen the Hipster. It's been around. It's been super popular. This is actually my second one.
Mine are not so nice.
It's, you know what, it knits up super fast. The crossing section,
Maybe I should have
you know what, it would with your hair and coloring. It would be awesome. I just love this pattern, and the little tassels just make it, and it makes me so happy. These little tassels, everything's tassels for me right now. I didn't do a very good job trimming that one.
That
obviously.
one needs to be cut.
Yeah,
too.
I need to fix that up.
I'm like, oh yeah, I have to do.
But this, so there.
I think we're showing. Oh no, that's right.
Yeah. Oh, I probably still got some ends and things. Okay. One thing you'll know about me is I'm not a very good. Sorry.
I'll crank the air conditioner.
The ends in, but. So tell why we're doing the Hipster.
Well, it's part of we have a Rhinebeck squad going from the Knitting Loft. There's 12 of us, I think, and we rented a big house in Caryville, New York.
Prairieville?
It's not exactly close to Rhinebeck, but it's a stunning house.
It's got 7 bedrooms.
7 bed. Well, we needed the bedrooms. A little short on bathrooms, so we'll see how that works out. I'm already planning. I've got to have a bathroom. I get up 3 times a night. I cannot go tripping through a house I don't know.
We will figure that out for sure.
But so we're all going there. We're leaving on the Thursday, and then we have a bunch of events. And I actually have mine started, my Hipster. So the idea is that we're all knitting them in a rainbow of colors, and that will be our big squad picture.
It will be.
And that looks so awesome together. Yeah. Just this a bit.
There's nothing that makes me more happy.
I know.
Things just
I know that.
With color,
I know
right?
that's amazing.
Oh my God, I love that.
So I went back to this. It's not. I'm enjoying it. I got quite a bit. I got through a whole set of X's last night. So mine's still on the needles, and it's. What is it?
So when
it's called, it's Hitchhiker, is it? Hipster. See, good thing. I cannot, once I get around sniffing yarn, I cannot remember anything. Hipster, and it's in my yak, baby yak medium weight, and I think that's the yarn it called for. And this one is called Night Flower, so it's a dark burgundy.
It's beautiful.
So I have, I think, 3 more sections with this.
Right.
With
so
these X's.
There's like a garter section, a texture section, and then what we're calling a cross section where you can see it's a really cool stitch pattern design.
I think it's this way.
It's a little fiddly, but it's worth it to stick it out because it's
you kind of can see the texture in there.
Yeah, you can see like there's in here. There's a texture band, and then the crosses here, and because it's a worsted, even a more like a heavy worsted, it does go fast. It did go fast for me.
Yeah.
This I don't know if I mentioned my yarn. This is Jill Draper Makes Stuff. Is that what it's called? Jill Draper Makes Stuff.
Right. It is.
In Bing Cherry.
Yeah, because they didn't have a huge selection at the Knitting Loft of all the colors. A lot of them were sold out, so a lot of people did knit it with the Jill Draper, and it's beautiful.
And you'll notice with me, I tend to go towards bright colors, and I'm really, really attracted to jewel tones right now. So you'll notice if you see a trend with me, it's all about the bright and the jewels.
Yeah, and they look amazing on her.
Thank you.
So this is not quite, but it's
gotta come off.
pink enough for me.
Yeah.
So I decided that I should only knit what makes me truly happy, and pink happens to be it. So that's, this is not...
Number 1 rule.
Yeah, exactly. So that's how I got...
That's how we got... That's how
my husband here, he's an undertaker.
Yes.
He's a funeral director. very fun guy.
And he's also a film director.
Yeah, he's helping us. So he just came in and gave us a thumbs up, so I guess we're good.
I guess we're doing okay.
We're 20 minutes in, so.
Can you imagine?
We're really good.
Hopefully.
Well, I don't know. I'm just
my
joking
goodness.
when I say I'm really good.
I'm excited.
So are we going to works in progress?
Yeah, let's do
so
that.
Because I can follow up
Absolutely.
what you're doing. Because we're going to be podcasters, right?
Right.
We don't know.
We don't know.
We'll
If you
see.
like us, we
if
will
you
be.
like us. If you don't like us, we'll still going to Podcaster Hill and Rhinebeck.
Connie's whole motivation.
Yeah. So I knit the Carbeth
Every
cardigan.
time I see that, I gasp. I love that yarn so much.
But this project,
I have to knit something with it.
Yeah. No, this is Chelsea Yarns Luxe Chunky in pink peony. And oh my God.
Look at the pops of purple. Oh, I love it so much. That beautiful blush pink leading into this a little bit more of a baby pink, and then the purple pops with, sometimes you see a little bit of a fuchsia pop in there.
I know.
It just is
And I did alternate
stunning.
skeins. Maybe the back is better. I did alternate skeins because there were some that were less colored than others. So, and I did knit the sleeves 2 different colors. So
that.
Or 2 different skeins.
Oh my goodness.
But I sort of think the beauty in hand-dyed yarn is in the imperfection of the color sometimes. And so I just thought, I just love this yarn. I love this color. I'm just going to knit it how it works for me. Mm-hmm. Right. So I have only a little bit left, and I have the collar to do and the ribbing and some I-cord. So Christina from Chelsea Yarns kindly answered my plea on Instagram that she's going to dye me a couple more skeins to finish.
Doll.
I know. She's a doll. She's one of my BFFs.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
She
doesn't. Well, I think she's getting the idea, right?
Love their podcasts.
I know. I do
Chelsea
too.
Pearls. You guys knock it out of the park.
I know.
It's just,
they do. And I'm so looking forward to meeting Miriam and Red Bank Mike, my imaginary boyfriend.
Well, I actually met Chelsea really briefly in Edinburgh. I'm not Chelsea, sorry, Christina. At Edinburgh, the Edinburgh Yarn Fest. She was introduced to me by another new to me friend who I just adored, but Carissa. And I think we got a selfie, Christina. So I was just over the moon that you took the time to pose with me and take a picture with me, and you're just the sweetest. So thank you.
Yeah. She's awesome, and she looks like a blast on her podcast and a really nice person.
Yeah,
and she's even better than that.
Oh.
And I can't wait to meet Miriam. Apparently, Christina's warned Miriam about me.
Oh.
So because when she at the store when she had Red Bank Mike on the FaceTime, I climbed the counter to get a look at him.
I'm so sorry I missed that.
Oh, I know. It was really good.
That's infamous. I
it was
heard about
really
that.
good.
Yeah.
People say, "Oh, you're always." I said, "Well, you got to make yourself stand out." And I was Red Bank Mike.
Of course.
And you know what? Just a quick aside. I watched him be interviewed by Christy Glass.
Mm-hmm.
And that is when I realized what a great guy he was and an amazing relationship they have. Mm. And it's really true. Like, as much as they seem to care about each other online, it really exists. And it's just, he's such a great supportive man that I just wish, there's lots of supportive partners out there, but they always could be more, that's for sure.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah,
he's great.
He's great. So this is not finished yet. Probably for hopefully for our next podcast.
And this is the cardigan, and I've done the pullover. Yes. So we'll wear these together at Rhinebeck, for sure. Yeah, that's kind of, we're going to dress alike too. Well, not alike, but it's fun.
Well, it is fun, and we like the same things all the time, right?
We like the same things. We gravitate to sort of the same kind of pattern. So
we do.
So yeah, that's our recent finished objects, right?
Well, yeah, my recent finished and 2 of my whips.
And 2, okay.
And then I just have a pair of socks, which are
amazing.
Just kind of.
I have a couple of whips to share. The first one, actually, I'm going to share this. Okay, another treat, another gem, another gorgeous maker that we are fortunate to have her in the Toronto and the GTA community is Sandy by Sandy in the Lakeside.
I have one too. Courtesy of
Love
Wendy.
love her bags. Just, they're stunning. And we look forward to seeing her at
Needles
Up. Yes. This fall. So my first whip is I want to share with you the Color Riot shawl, and that's by All Knit Up, and it is an awesome pattern
together
to use with minis. Yeah, why not? To use with minis, and in this case, these are Hugh Loco's Game of Thrones, the women of Game of Thrones, and look. And this, first of all, can I just say,
oh my God,
this is a marvelous shawl to knit for travel knitting, mindless knitting, Netflix knitting, movie, like just, if you just want to sit and just get lots of rows in, it's just a beautiful, relaxing knit. But look how the colors in this particular kit go from the gray to this gray mossy color green to this green with golds to the pinky brown neutral to this beautiful blue with the pops of green and mauve. I just love it. There's 10 minis, and I think I've just finished the 5th one, or I'm on my 5th one.
I have
oh, and for them to go with it,
just to show you.
that's the kit.
That's
and by the way,
kit.
Connie gifted me this kit, so
and I did such a good job, and I had to
did.
buy one for myself.
It was awesome. And then when we, at the same La Bien-Aimée event,
so we're knitting the same thing.
Yes, of course, because we're going to wear them together at Run.
Yes.
This is La Bien-Aimée Winter Garden, and so this will go on the shawl as well. It's kind of like the color cap. You can't see me when I'm using my hands, but it goes, because the shawl is kind of like a elongated U-ish. And this goes around one end of it. So this Winter Garden has all the same sort of pops of color that are in the shawl. So I'm really super excited. La Bien-Aimée, skinny singles.
My husband's phone.
Yeah, so that I am loving this knit so much. The fun of it is with minis. To be honest, I've never knit with minis before. I just didn't know what I would ever do with them. I've admired them. I've admired them in their kits and when you see them all together. But the joy of this shawl is that it's so satisfying to knit one color, one mini, right into the next. You're using every bit of yarn. I don't start anew at the end. I just, wherever I leave off, I cast on, I just include the next color and I go from there. And it's just so rewarding to use up every bit of your skein. So this is a super fun knit for me right now. I am so enjoying that in my beautiful
Sandy bag.
So that's that whip I wanted to share.
I love that. I was Wendy was knitting that yesterday, and I was trying so hard last night to not cast it on. I managed it.
It's stunning. And here's
hard.
a tip for me, and I might look ridiculous with this, but for me,
no,
because I wanted to knit the shawl in the way that the colors were laid out in the kit. And so what I did was I skeined up all the minis, and then I put the number in a little baggie of, what's the next color on the needle. So yeah, I've only got 4 left to go in my little baggie.
That's awesome.
And I'm super excited. And then there's the band that I'll put on. So I'm so loving this. It's so much fun. I think everybody should cast one of these on.
I think so too.
And in fact, there was a lovely woman that I met at the knitting loft yesterday. She was
you met someone without
weeks.
me?
I know. Where were you?
I don't know. It must have been in the bathroom.
I should have called you.
You should have.
Just lovely. So she's 2 weeks away from giving birth
to
her second child. And she had her little girl with her. I think she said she was 6 or 7. And her husband was in to buy yarn for socks. So I just love the fact that usually it's the other way around. Their husbands come in and sit and wait. While their wives or partners look. I was like, oh, so what brings you here? And she said, oh, my husband's in looking for sock yarn. And I was so tickled by that. I just love to see more of that.
I know.
But anyway, the reason I'm saying I brought that up is because she was watching me knit this, and she's a crocheter, and she said she thought she might start to learn how to knit on the color by it, and I thought that would be a nice
great project for her.
Yeah, they were adorable. The next finished object I wanted to share, I have been stalking this pattern for quite some time, and it's called the Gardener's Pullover, and although the pattern sample is in green, I've been dreaming about a color green. Like, it's weird. I don't know if that happens to you, Connie, or anybody. Sometimes I just dream about a color. Like, I literally dream about color, and I have to find that color. And it happened to me with this particular pattern. So, in my Brooklyn Haberdashery project bag, look at this. Okay, look. Okay, what I love about this is because it's like a felted material. It sits open like a bucket, and it's like a little basket that you take everywhere, and it's just beautiful, and I love it. I love this project bag. I use it almost all the time. And inside is this. I found my color green. So we were at Twist a couple of weeks ago. We went on a little road trip. We'll share that in a bit. And I just was scanning all of the beautiful, beautiful booths and kiosks. And then I zeroed in on this. And this is Red Sock, Blue Sock, Yarn Co. And this is Superwash Sport in Evergreen. And they are a Canadian dyer. I think they're right here. In Ontario. But look at that. I just fell in love with it, and I cast on the gardener sweater because why not? And after knitting the miles and miles and miles of stockinette on the piece of silver, I needed a little bit of some cable work. I needed a little bit. Am I there?
Yeah.
I needed a little bit of a challenge, and this. Am I?
No.
What am I doing here?
I was
folks?
busy looking at your beautiful little progress keepers.
There's this beautiful cable pattern down the front, and you would think it's very intuitive, is what I'm trying to say. There's only, out of, I think it's a 12-row repeat, the cables are only 2 of those 12 rows, and I've memorized the pattern work on the front of the panel of the sweater. I can sit and just knit and not have to look at the pattern. It is a top down, and it's kind of like nice and knit. I've knit a couple of their millie sweaters. It's kind of the same kind of pattern where it's top down, and then you increase for the raglan sleeves, and the number of increases in the depth that you go in increasing determines the size of the sweater. So obviously the more you increase, the deeper the armpit, and the I don't know what to call that, the gusset piece of the armpit determines your bust, and then you can put on as much length as you want. I love. It's a 3/4 sleeve, and it is just, I just love it because of the color and because of the pattern. And I love nice and knit patterns. They're easy to read. They are a joy to knit. They knit up relatively fast, and I will probably bring at the next time we do this my millies that I've done, because I just absolutely love their patterns, and they are also another fun podcast to watch. They don't podcast enough, but I love
nice
to see
and knit.
Yeah,
I do too. I love those girls. But we'll see them in Rhinebeck as well.
Yeah.
So so I can fangirl all over them with my green sweater.
And I'll just have a different color green, but I won't have their nice and knit. That's kind of weird the way that worked out. I'm knitting green, but not the nice and knit.
I know.
But, oh well. I can't do everything.
No, I know. So should I move on to the...
Yeah, should we move on to...
What's coming up next for
acquisitions?
I have too many to talk about.
Well, pull out what you want to talk about.
All right. This is another one. Although I have other options for the ranunculus sweater, that's everybody's favorite. I haven't had a chance to cast it on yet, but the Knitting Loft had the exact yarn that the original pattern was knit in. One of the yarns. It's BC Garn Tussa Tweed. And of course, I got pink. Well, kind of burgundy-ish.
I love it.
with little pink
It's
flecks.
got what do you call those little nubs?
Well, tweed, I guess. That's the tweed, right?
Oh, I thought there was a name for it.
Nubs? Little nubblies?
Little nubs.
I don't know. So I got that, and that's what I'm going to eventually cast on. Probably now, not till the spring, because there's a lot of winter knitting that I want to do.
Yep.
And I also have this same pattern in some Chelsea yarns, mohair and sock yarn in pink peony, my favorite color. So I've told Christine I'll knit everything in pink peony, but
you can't go wrong.
So that's
pink is you.
Yeah, and then the other. Okay, there's
this.
Okay. All right. Well, let's put some of these things away.
So, and this is so. Okay, what
So
you're going to see
me?
here is so out of her wheelhouse.
Yeah.
Which really makes me excited because
I know.
I can't wait to see that. Like, they're totally my colors.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I am excited to see this on you.
So this came about, I follow Nice and Knit, and I also follow the Knitters League too, which are 4 women from the Eastern United States. I don't know, I'm Canadian, I don't really know, but like close to Boston, I think that's kind of where they might, which may not be the Eastern United States, so I don't know, but
history lesson or no,
yeah,
geography
I'll
lesson.
study geography next time, or they can correct me. Elisa, Sophia, Lori, and Julie, and they're 4 knitters that got together, and they podcast regularly. They have some great ideas, and they knit a lot of really interesting patterns together, and so for Rhinebeck, they asked Nice and Knit to dye them a color of green. So they're all knitting separate sweaters, and they generously allowed other knitters to purchase that green Rhinebeck League. So we could also participate in the knit along and be part of the big group picture with the Rhinebeck League color.
Amazing.
So that's right up my alley. And I never ever knit with green in my life, but I am this time. So this is Rhinebeck League, and it's indescribable, really.
Isn't it beautiful? It's a gorgeous color.
And it's worsted weight, this one.
I would love to knit with that color.
I'm gonna knit the throwback, because I wanted to knit the throwback for a while, and then
that's by Caitlin. No, that's by Boylan. Boylan Knitworks?
No, Andrew Mowry.
Andrew Mowry. The throwback?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, I'm thinking of okay, I was thinking of a different one. Yeah.
And then Katie and Kara are the girls behind Nice and Knit, and they're fantastic if you want to text them for questions. And I said I wanted to buy the Knitters League, but what color should I get for the color work in the throwback? And I initially started, I just want one color. And so she made some suggestions. And then I loved the 3 colors so much that I thought, I'm going to do all 3 colors. So these are the contrast. I don't know.
Look at them.
That Katie suggested, actually.
Yes, that's nice knit.
So this one is Firefly. That's one of their summer.
Lake
Life.
Oh, beautiful.
This one is Firefly. That'll be the first contrast. And then the second one will be Pansy. See how it has that green in it?
It all ties together.
That is the darkest one, and that'll be the last contrast.
I love that.
Lake Life.
Oh, I love it.
So this is my very next cast on. It's like sitting out where I can see it all the time to remind me that I have to. I could just cast it on, but I'm really trying hard to not have 1,000 cast-ons, because
why not?
I know. I don't know why not. I don't know. And normally it's never bothered me, but I've been trying to keep control of it.
Yes, because it can get out of control.
Well, yeah, and
then you never accomplish anything.
Well, and especially with sweater knitting, if you give it up, if lots of people will say, I have nothing left to do but the sleeves, which I could easily understand. If you give it up, then it's hard to pick it back up, as much as it's a slog sometimes through all that stockinette.
And I find myself racing to finish something so that I can cast on something else.
Right.
So I try to control my cast-ons that way by rewarding myself with a new cast-on by finishing up what I'm doing.
Right.
But you just, and unfortunately I race too much, so I need to slow down a little bit.
Well, you're really good though. She can crank them out. I'll are you a machine or something?
I said, elves at home.
Yeah, her little task rabbits.
Yeah, little task rabbits.
And it was funny because, the Carbeth, Sandy by the Lakeside, commented on my Instagram she said, "Oh, you're so fast." And I said, "There's nothing like running out of yarn that is going to make you knit faster." And also the desire to cast on the next project, because I know if I left it, it would just be left, and it's
well, I'm so glad you put that call out there, and yeah, so now you're going to get some nicely dyed yarn.
Yes,
just for you. Yes. And yes, awesome.
And then I guess the other thing we had, I don't know, I have some.
Why don't I talk about mine? You can pull over something from there, or do you want me to just move on to mine?
You go ahead and talk on yours.
All right.
Where are we? 39 minutes. We have a goal of 1 hour.
Oh my gosh, this is speeding by.
I know.
So we, as I've mentioned a couple of times, we went to Twist Fiber Festival. Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Twist. A couple of weeks ago, we went on a little road trip.
I think it was Festival Twist.
Festival Twist. First time for both
of
us
French
to go.
Way. Yeah. Yeah.
Beautiful outdoor, indoor festival. It's billed as the biggest one in Canada, I believe. Beautiful Canadian dyers. I ran across this company called Cactus Yarn Studio, and I fell in love with this color called Lapis Lazuli. Well, they had me at the name Lapis Lazuli because I just love lapis.
That's a jewel, right?
Yes, it's a jewel, of course. And this, it's rich, it's beautiful, it's squishy, it smells awesome. It's 100% merino, and I have no idea what I am going to make with this. I bought like a sweater's worth. I didn't bring them all, but I didn't have enough basket space for everything today. But I don't know what I'm going to do with this. I love it.
We kind of tripped across that after we promised we weren't going to spend more money.
I know,
right?
It was like, oh, we have to get out of here. I've spent too much money. Oh, but let me take a look at this.
Yeah.
And then I bought a sweater's worth of this. So I am in love with this. I don't know yet what I'm going to make. Just quickly, earlier in the year, I had the pleasure of going to New York, and I visited Pearl Soho for the first time. And I was with a sister and my niece, and I said to them, each pick out a color of their sock, and I'm going to knit them some socks. It's not a surprise because they picked the colors out. But the sock from Pearl, it's 75% superwash merino, 15% cashmere, and 10% nylon. It's posy. And
those aren't too nice.
This is what my sister picked out. This is what my niece, I know, I like
conservative, not.
Yeah, I know. my sister picked out this.
Oh,
my niece picked out that.
I
know.
Oh, wow.
Right,
well,
the 16-year-old,
yeah.
The mom. So I'm billing these, I'm calling these the homework socks and the Netflix socks. So,
cool.
And I might even do a contrasting opposite toe heel for the two of them.
Oh, nice.
But it's so squishy, and what a treat it was to visit Pearl Soho, because I've been a fan of their online presence for a long, long time. So
they're really unique because they have a lot of their own line of yarns, right? That they carry, which is amazing.
I can't. Okay, that's weird, but I just want to sit and stroke.
Not that weird.
Knitters will get it.
Yeah, they will.
One more that I want to share from our own the Knitting Loft. This is Mondim. It's the Portuguese company. I just fell in love with this sock yarn. It's rustic, but when you knit it up, it softens in your hands. It just kind of softens in your hands. I just fell in love with sort of the dark purple and the pinks and the pop of tan and orange. So I'm going to knit myself a pair of socks. There are some people that only knit. So Vanessa only knits her socks
that. Yeah.
with this.
Hi, Vanessa.
This is, and she knits beautiful socks.
She knits beautiful.
She knits everything. She's a everything beautiful knitter. Very talented, like so many at the Knitting Loft that we've met. So that's another. So those are my socks coming up, and then yesterday. Oh boy, I cannot wait. Okay, I don't know how I'm going to get all of this in to show you.
Here, I'll hold some.
This is going to be.
You don't need all those.
This is going to be the rose cardigan. Look at that. Goodness, this is Riverside.
Second?
So yeah, I'm going to show. This is Riverside. This is also a Quebec dyer, hand dyer. Beautiful. I've never knit with Riverside before. People rave about it when they knit with it. I can't wait to knit with it. So this is the way it's going to go. It's going to go Vampira. Well, I had to just have this one just for the name because Vampira. This is going to be the sleeves. This is going to work up to the upper arm area. And then we're going to move into, I don't even know, then this is the body, and then this is sort of like part of the body, and if I'm reading the pattern correctly, and the ribbing band at the ribbed band at the bottom, but it all kind of melts in together. And I just love that cardigan. I've seen the sample by Angie.
Mm-hmm. Hi,
another
Angie.
amazing.
She moved to Rhode Island. Someone be her friend.
You already. I tried on her sample and I was like, oh, I have to have this. So Maria of the Knitting Loft, she picked out her colors yesterday. Stunning, totally out of the box for her too.
Yeah,
absolutely gorgeous colors. Really, really bright brights. So we're gonna cast on together, and we hope to have this done for Rhinebeck as well. Like, there's not enough days to wear all we want to wear.
I was thinking we're leaving in like okay, 30
I made a suitcase just for my knitwear.
46 days we're leaving. I know, and we have car issues.
I know.
I think we're gonna have
we
to
have more
ship
than those kind of issues.
I know we do, but that's the immediate.
Those
how
are
to
the
get
immediate
there.
issues.
So yeah.
Oh my gosh. Do you want to share anything else, or do you want to save those for?
Well, I could go on and on, but I think I'll just say I think it was the Best Friend shawl, or just before we had it was released in July, and it was a 2-color Le Bien-Aimé shawl. I don't know if it was Le Bien-Aimé shawl, but next time we'll do a better job of actually having the pictures. That's what I wrote.
Yes,
I wrote
okay. We're gonna come to the explaining of that. Yes.
But like I said to my husband, oh, I need to use your phone, so I could have held up the picture of the phone. But there was a 2-color shawl that was released around July. Sorry to the designer that I don't know, but it was using La Bien-Aimé singles. So when Espace Tricot had their pop-up store a couple of years, maybe a year ago, I got these 2 online, and they're Rose Quartz.
Oh gosh, beautiful.
And
beautiful.
Amy's shawl. So, and I never did anything with them because I didn't really know what to do. And back then, instead of buying sweater quantities, I was buying singles, and my pocketbook was much happier than it currently is. And by the way, I'm a real estate agent, so if any of you want to sell your house, so I can continue to buy yarn. So no, but it's strictly in self-promotion of buying yarn.
I'm a fundraiser. If anybody wants to give money away to charity, come talk to me.
So I bought at the pop-up at the Knitting Loft. I bought the Shire and a mesh to go. So this one is to go with the Rose Quartz.
Oh my gosh.
And this one will be
blue.
I know. This will be gifted, this one, because it's neither are really my color, although I'm knitting green. I don't know if it's my color or not.
I love that. Yes, it is your color.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
I'm not a
You know what?
peachy girl.
If you gravitate to color, it's your color.
Yeah.
If you see it and you go, I have to have that, then it's your color.
That's true.
Right.
That's true.
Because what makes you happy?
Yeah. But I also like to knit. I always like to have some baby knitting or some gift knitting, particularly if people are suffering. Like if I have friends diagnosed with cancer, they're going through chemotherapy. I've knit lots of pairs of socks, the chemo socks.
Lovely.
There's no pattern. It's just all my energy into them to help them through what they're going through. So so I might do that, knit a few shawls just to put away so I have them. Or even if it's just a special occasion for someone, something great happens. So not always about the sad stuff. That's yours.
Yeah.
And then I had also bought, but I won't share it all today, 2 fades, and I also bought from Nice and Knit. It's for the shift shawl. I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, the shift. I don't know. I'm gonna try and find a picture right now.
Okay.
I don't know if we.
But I bought it because I think Kara, or maybe I think it was Kara, was knitting one. And kept putting up pictures on her Instagram, and I'm like, from Nice and Knit, and I kept saying, what is the colors? What is the colors? So I bought 6 skeins from the Knitting Loft to do that. So I'll just grab them there off camera.
Sure. I was going to try to pull up a couple of pictures to show you what I'm dreaming about right now. 2 shawls that I'm dreaming about right now. One of them is called On the Spice Market. And it's by Melanie Berg. I don't know. Can you see that? Yes. It's gorgeous. I will bring in the yarn that for the next time we podcast. I will bring and show you the six color fade from La Bien-Aimée for this shawl. It's absolutely stunning, this shawl, and it will showcase my fade that I so well. And then the other one is, I just recently heard of this on somebody else's podcast. I apologize. I've watched so many, I don't know where, but the Moraine shawl by Abby Knits. I will find that in my library, or my favorites. It is absolutely stunning. Yes. So it has, I think it's DK, it's 5 colors, and each one of the color sections has a textured pattern. So baubles or eyelets, or maybe there's some lace and there's some cable work. It's absolutely stunning. I just can't wait to knit this. It's got giant tassels on it. Oh, it's so stunning. And you know what? This might even be a good stash buster for DK weight that you've got in there. So those are the 2 things that are in my dreams right now. What do you have coming
Well,
up?
this is the shift. I think it's the shift.
The shift?
It's the shawl that she
Yeah,
that
I think
Andrea Mallory did.
there's many.
There's many shifts, but this is the shawl,
right?
And it's from Nice and Knit, and these are the, I don't know.
Oh, can I help?
Sure, those 3. And then
These three?
I think it goes like this. I'm not sure exactly.
So beautiful. This is worsted?
Yeah,
yeah,
it is. So it'll go quick.
Beautiful.
It'll be a nice, warm, cushy
Look
shawl.
at that.
There was a finished one
my
yesterday
gosh.
at the loft, Deb's, I think.
Yes.
And somebody had it on because it was
and
a
this
bit chilly.
has the tassels too. This has tassels too.
Yeah, and it was so gorgeous.
This is so plump and cozy when it's knit up. So
I may do that. I'm gonna do that. I mean, I bought it for that.
For Rhinebeck too? Are we gonna do
No,
that?
not. I don't know.
Oh my
If someone else would drive
Why
the
do we
Rhinebeck.
do this for ourselves?
I think that, I don't know why we do this stuff. There's a couple things from Twist I just want to share quickly too, if I can.
100%. Let's do it.
I had been searching online at all the vendors that were going to be there so I could create a plan, which was pretty good. Kept me on track. This is one I wanted to see. This is Poppy's Pom Poms, and she does recycled real fur pom poms for hats that are. So they're old fur coats. They're real fur, but they're old fur coats. And I just thought for some really special hats, it would be really nice to have these. And because they're recycled, I didn't really have a huge problem with them. Yeah. Look.
So what do these?
Look.
How do these work?
Well,
there's like a little lobster claw here.
Yeah. So what I think you can, wrap yarn around here, pull it through the top of the hat,
so that you can wash your hat.
Right, and then you can take it off. It's ideal when
you
can
take
it off.
I've seen those with the snaps, but the lobster claw is ideal.
Yeah, and I think they were.
Oh, I love these.
How many? 2, 5. I think they were 6 for $100. I think. I don't have. Oh yes, I do. So they were 6 for $100, which I thought was a really great deal because the other pom poms cost a lot of money, but they're worth it.
Beautiful, beautiful,
beautiful. So that's from her.
Pom poms make a hat.
Yeah, they do.
They really do.
They do. And then at the Chelsea.
Poppy's pom poms. Did you show me?
Yeah.
Poppy's pom poms.
I don't know. We'll have to see if that comes out proper.
Okay, we don't know. Yeah,
we don't know.
We're just so new with this.
And then I bought this bag. Wendy spied the bag, actually.
I'm like, Connie.
From Delphina, who I met. I've heard of her actually for quite some time. An amazing bag maker, amazing person. And I got to know her a little bit at the Chelsea Yarns unveiling at the Yarn House, and we've been kind of communicating ever since. And she was at Twist. So I wanted to support her, and Wendy found this beautiful ice cream bag.
Isn't that gorgeous?
And it's nice and big. I really have decided this is a size of bag that I really love. And it has a nice detachable handle. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
what's the inside look like? I love the ice cream with like the it's a nice pink and blue with the pink zipper
and there's a
insert.
zipper insert, and it's really nice and sturdy. Like it would stand up. Oh, look what I found!
Do you have goodies in there?
I do.
How did you miss the goodies? Something. Okay, look. With the nice
pink zipper
insert. So pretty.
Yeah, it's a beautiful and really fun yarn, like the balls of yarn as the ice cream cones. So very, very well constructed.
Beautiful.
And great tags. And this is her card, Delphina. I hope it comes. She's going to be, she's coming for a trunk show to the Knitter's Loft. But she'll be at a lot of the yarn stores or the yarn shows that are coming up for fall as well. Definitely check her out because she's really, really great. Okay. I'm just overwhelmed.
There's so much.
So yeah, I think I'll show a few little pins.
I love your pins. I love your beads. Okay.
We got.
I didn't bring I have a beautiful.
We got twist pins.
Yes.
We were really early, so we were able to get in. I don't know if you can see in the plastic, but this is the twist pin for the 2019 show that we have.
We went to Espace Tricot and we each bought one of their pins, and what a delight it was to visit Espace Tricot.
Yeah, it really was.
Again, a huge fan of Melissa and Lisa's podcast and their store, and they're awesome. They're lovely ladies.
We got a picture with them too, which was very exciting. They know Wendy, so that was really exciting.
And I was like, from Edinburgh.
But they are.
They're lovely.
Really so wonderful and warm. And I think it was Lisa gave us this little tag for our bags. So if we happen to lose it, it says this bag belongs to.
Yeah.
So, and then...
we got a bunch. Oh, did you get one of those too?
Yeah. This is Delphina's pin, Delphina and the Stranger. It's a long story about how they connected. It involves Chelsea yarns. So they're from the U.S. What is it? The Stranger's from the U.S.
Yes.
And Delphina's Canadian. And they are actually starting their first podcast this year. So it'll be really fun to watch them because I haven't met the Stranger yet, but I'm looking forward to it.
I love that pin because I have sisters in the States, so I just love
just a unity thing between our countries.
Yeah.
And then I love bees. And I'll stop. I love bees, and Wendy found them. And the reason I love bees is a long time ago in a conference I attended, I heard we're having a motivational speaker, and she said that bees are not supposed to be able to fly. They don't know that they can't fly because the weight of their bodies, the wings should not be able to carry the weight of their bodies. But they don't know that, so they do. And I thought, what an amazing story. If we only didn't know what we weren't capable of and just went on and did it anyway. So, does that make sense?
Kind of like what we're doing right now.
Well, yeah, like we have no clue what we're doing, but we're still just doing it.
Anyway.
So I got a progress keeper from Twill and Print.
I love that.
Which is the little bee. And then I got a bag pin, also a little bee from them. Nice. So, yeah, and it's just it's something I really, when I see them, it reminds me that I can do anything. And so can all of you. And then there's more, but that's it. I feel
there's so much, and we'll just have to carry it over into next time.
I know, because it's hard to.
Yeah.
We have a plan.
We have a plan. We totally have a plan. But we're just kind of going by the seat of our pants.
Yeah.
I think we're going to talk a little bit about anything that's upcoming, and then do the giveaway and where to find us.
Okay.
And I wanted to mention just a couple of shows that are coming up, or pop-ups or features that are coming up at the Knitting Loft. Lizzie Ann, another amazing local dyer, look her up on Instagram. She's got some beautiful sock sets. Her colors are awesome. I knit with them a lot. So I don't actually remember the dates though. So I think Lizzie Ann is September.
They're on the phone.
If you go into the Knitting Loft website, you'll be able to find a listing of all their events. But I think they're in September. And then there's another one coming in October. Quebec dyer.
Julie Aslin.
Yes, Julie Aslin. Thank you.
That's huge.
How could I forget that?
Yeah.
Julie Aslin is coming in October. Can't miss that. And then, of course, we move into Rhinebeck.
Right. And then little birdie told us yesterday that there is going to be another shipment of the Le Bien-Aimé to the Knitting Loft, not in this year, but in 2020 at some point. So that's very exciting. With
and again, it's all Knitting Loft because that's our local yarn store.
Right.
We're just super lucky to have access to that amazing shop and all of the people, and Maria and Bruna and
well, and really, it seems like you think about a yarn and then the next week they're bringing it in.
There's nothing they don't have. It's phenomenal.
Yeah.
And then I guess we're coming to an end of our first episode.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Knitting Loft, they surprised us yesterday. First of all, everybody's been so inspirational and in our corner with this.
Yes, the Knitting Loft card.
They surprised us with a giveaway for this,
our
first podcast.
And what a giveaway.
And it's
awesome. Seriously.
It's awesome.
I don't know. If I was getting giveaways on a regular basis, no one may be getting this, but...
Okay.
Oh, what?
10 minutes later. Here it is.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry. Okay. There.
Okay. Here it is.
I'm going to show it?
Yes, please do. So they are delightful. They gave us this beautiful combo. It's beautiful. It's
brand new
it's
to the store.
It's the beautiful brand, and I have to knit with this. Ritual dyes. And so we have Ritual Dyes Maiden, fingering 2-ply twist, merino nylon, 400 yards, 100 grams. And look when you pair it with this.
This is called Faye, and it's lace weight 70% kid mohair, 30% mulberry silk, and the color of both is Campanella.
So that's the brand.
And we're a flagship store for Ritual Dyes as well. There are some others in Canada, but in Ontario for sure.
The Knitting Loft.
The Knitting Loft is the flagship store.
Is that right? I didn't know that.
Store.
Oh, that's awesome.
I think that's right. I could be wrong.
Now,
but
if a creamsicle had a baby, sorry, that's silly. Cut that out. So yeah, this is beautiful. And what did we decide we were going to do for the giveaway?
We're going to invite you to leave comments and
I
think right down there. We don't know where, but somewhere down there. Subscribe if you like what we're doing, and
leave a comment so that we know how to pick the winner by the name.
So out of the comments from now until our next podcast, which will be the beginning of October,
we'll do a random generator.
We're doing a random generator for the winner, and then we'll ship it out to you. And
so please subscribe. Hopefully you like this, and please be kind. It's the first time we've ever done anything like this. We welcome all comments and suggestions and
all watchers and
all
viewers,
watchers,
all
100%.
viewers.
We just love the community, and we hope that you'll stick with us and you like what we're doing. So thank you again to the Knitting Loft for this beautiful
That
giveaway.
was a really big surprise for us.
That was a huge surprise.
So,
and then I guess in closing, we as we've said a million times, this is our first time doing this. We're figuring it out as we go. We want to bring our energy and passion to you, and we want to get your energy and passion as well in this wonderful maker world. So as we figure this out, not this episode, but we will be able to we'll learn how to put show notes in at the bottom, and we will. Well, just stick with us. There's more.
Yeah, and you know what? If we waited to learn everything there was to learn about it, we would never do it. And it's easy. Well, it has been easy up to now to make excuses. Oh no, not yet, not yet. And then we set the date when we were at Twist, I think, and then we just didn't talk about it again. And although yesterday I would have happily said, let's stop this, but we went ahead with it, and I'm really happy that we started on this adventure.
Me too.
So we don't have a Ravelry group set up yet, I have a personal Instagram. It's Connie Meek. Yeah. CONNIE Meek, MEEKE.
And I'm Wendy Lee Dempsey on Insta, so it's WendyLeeDempsey. I do have. You can find me on Ravelry. I'm going to get better at updating my projects, but I'm Wee Wee Knits, WeWeKnitz.
Oh.
Wee Wee is a nickname when my nephew was a baby. He didn't
cute.
say Wendy, so he called me Wee Wee. So, and that I still have friends that say, "Hey, Wee Wee, how's it going?" Wee Wee Knits on Ravelry. I don't know if we've even said the name of our podcast.
Have we not?
I don't know.
I don't know.
So we are In Stitches with Connie and Wendy.
Wendy.
And so you'll see.
We're going to open an Instagram account, I think,
eventually,
for us.
we'll get there. Yeah.
So we can each post our own stuff and have our own, follow. I don't know how it works, but we'll figure it out. So, what other, and I'm Pick Up Sticks on Ravelry, all one word, which was the name of my former store. So, so that's where you can find us for now. We'll get better at having better places for you to find us. And if you want to find us and talk to us in person, we're usually at the Knitting Off on Sundays.
Come on by.
Yeah, it's a great group of people. So anyway, this has been a blast.
It's been so much fun.
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Till next time.
See ya. Oh, where's how I turn it off?